Yo, good morning. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Tay TV. And my reaction video for today, I will be reacting to No Job, No College, What Now? Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Whatever videos you guys would like me to, react to, leave it in the comment section, and I'll check it out. Let's get into this.
Idea of your life, you don't think about where you'll end. What's your plan? What's actually going to give you stability in life? A roof over your head. What are you working on? Spirituality ain't gonna cut it, right? You're basically saying you need something or someone else to tell you what to do. So let me just get to the chase. I don't have no step-by-step tutorial to this existence. There's no checklist like, okay, here's what you do. Invest into crypto. Flip the money. Buy a car from an auction. Fix it up and sell it. And do that 10 times. Start drop shipping. Start doing real estate. Create an Etsy or Shopify shop. Try to find hustles that you can't commit to. Like, no, this video is not for that. That way of thinking, it does not work for me. Putting myself in the mindset of the Matrix programs to success, like, here.
That's interesting. She said that mind of thinking doesn't work for her, so it's going to be a interesting video. Again, you guys watching, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.
Do this, go to college, do this. No. That never worked for them. Like, they have a whole layout of how they're expecting our lives to go. So that's why we don't rise up. That's why we don't create change. That's why we don't make things happen for us to get into the better circumstances that we want. Because we are going by the guidelines of what they created. Like I said in the last video, they control the volume of what fulfillment is in this world. Like, if you have a house, a car, and you're getting money, that's what all life is about. But I need you to stop measuring your life experiences by what is told to you that is success. I've never operated like that. Especially being an air sign, I am like the wind. I flow with whatever I feel. That's how I have to operate. I like things to be my choice. Y'all gotta stop being so hard on yourself because you don't have it figured out, or you don't have a plan, or now everybody's questioning you what you're gonna do with your life. You're literally walking.
You don't have to figure out everything all at once. It's best sometimes just to take your time and start small and work your way up. That's the best way to do it.
Through the unknown. You get to the path and you see mountains that have been placed to you by the government to make it hard for you to leave their system. And most of the time people end up turning around and going to get a job and going to, like, just going back. Still living in that matrix. I applaud anybody who sees those mountains and continues to move forward. Because that's what I'm doing. Think about it. They make it so hard for you to eat healthy. They make it so expensive to buy healthy foods, organic, not the ones that don't have pesticides in it. Why are they making it so hard? It's a test. You can't trust the food out here that you eating. Can you imagine all of the hurdles that we have to jump through to get free? Cut yourself some slack. You are so powerful for even wanting to change, for even thinking about changing your life, going against the grain. What you're doing will change generations of generations down your bloodline. Do you know how much deprogramming you have to do in your DNA that you're doing right now? This is your story. Do not let anybody interrupt what you're writing. You got all of these empty pages to fill instead of being like all the other books on the bookshelf. Because I'm walking down a path that has never been done in my family, I am doing something that will change, upgrade my reality without the government assistance, without a job, without a college degree, not selling my body or stripping or doing behind the scenes work like selling drugs. Just raw, authentically me making it happen for me. I really feel like a slave that has been released from slavery. So they just released the slaves. Now what? What do you do now? Y'all ever wonder how they got out of that hole? Coming from being a slave and being in a country that hates you, made laws to make their lives harder to get successful, get stable, have survival. Civil War soldiers who were denied benefits like owning land, getting loans, getting education, the necessary things you need to survive or, do something in life. Do you know how hard that must have been for them to keep going after just being released? And some people actually even went back to the fields that they were working in. It was called sharecropping. We're all a bunch of sharecroppers. But even after all of that, even after all of the adversities that they had to go through, they still built their own town. They had their own land. They had their own buildings, their own shops, their own everything. With no guidance, no help. Now we know those towns were flooded and raided by white people. Our ancestors' stories show the resilience that we have when all odds were against us. And it's the same thing with us right now. All odds are against us to be free. street. Some of y'all today would have committed suicide because the challenge ahead causes a panic. The panic of the unknown can always sneak up on you. It sneaks up on me sometimes too. You've had these situations before. Your ancestors feel you. They feel what you've been through. I mean, they feel what you're going through.
Right,
it's hard for people to wrap their thoughts around the real simpler meaning of life. Finding your peace, your flow of happiness, your desire, you have to move with that. Regardless of what you're seeing in front of you, regardless of where you are in life, they had to come from being slaves. Move with your desire. And the problem is, people can't be more of who they are. So when you do it, or when you think outside of the box, it's a shock to reality. The real question is, these animated people should ask, how much do you trust the universe to have your back? Why don't you trust in your powers as a universal being? We creators, right? We gods. We goddess. A lot of people are calling themselves gods, but don't move.
Bam! HelloFresh. Guys, shrimp spaghetti with a kick is what we're gonna make. You guys know that HelloFresh makes cooking dinner.
Vibrate or think like one. Why do you live in a state of resistance every single time you have a desire that is out of the ordinary? You're feeling it for a reason. Everybody want to talk about the law of attraction, manifestation, the universe. The same spark that created everything in the entire universe is inside of me. The universe itself looks like the network of my brain. Even Christians will say they're God's children, right? Well, then we would accordingly have the same abilities as God. Just like we created boat cars, houses, light, the crystals, pyramids, giant temples with 65 feet statues, creating electricity out of thin air, free energy powering cities. I am an image of God created in human form. So what makes you think that I can't create the life that I want, the car that I want, the house that I want, the life that I want? Remember who you are. You come from a long line of create. You were sent here to be a creator. Create. Stop explaining yourself to people who can't comprehend your spiritual status. They're not even living in multiple dimensions. They're staying in 3D, right? You can't explain something metaphysical to a 3D person. We don't want what you have to offer. We don't want your programs. We don't want your way of thinking. We don't want your technology. None of that. Don't tell me how to operate on this planet. I came here as a creator. Everything I need is inside me.
Right,
you so confused, not realizing your true power. You already know why they keep us alive.
You gotta do it. You gotta earn it yourself.
We change the planet to a higher dimension. During that whole hippie era where everybody was coming together, white, Mexicans, black, all different skin tones. Everybody was coming together saying stop war, peace, love, light, getting onto that higher vibration, and they made marijuana, all of these shrooms illegal, right? Because you are a creator. When you come together, even when you come together with more people, that's creating a bigger vibration of attraction. Be fearless. Have the courage that you can make it. People can't see out of your eyes.
Right, you gotta have the courage that you can make it. That's the most important. You gotta always believe in yourself and just have the courage to keep pushing on. No matter what comes your way, you gotta keep going. No matter what, you got to
get validation on your vision. Stop caring about other people's lives and how they're further ahead and what they're doing.
Right, you gotta worry about yourself. Like I worry about myself.
People will make you not look at yourself.
I worry about myself.
Continue to do what you want to do and let the rest attract. I'm done having one foot in the old world and one foot in the new world. I'm all in. Just like what, and even when you get into a situation where somebody's asking you a question about what you're doing with your life and what's your plan, I don't even think like that, bro. Don't even come over here with that. Don't try to make it seem like I'm supposed to be on some type of road or some type of. I'm on my own journey, my own path.
Right.
That's all I'm dealing with. Just like Abraham Hicks said. People say, "What are you doing?" You say things that please me, and they say, "To what end? What's the end of the road?" Pleasure. And they say, "But really, what are you working on in your life?" And you say, "Having a good time." They say, "What do you hope to accomplish?" And you say, "Living happily ever after." They'll say, "What do you want to leave for your legacy?" You say, "I was happy." Well, what's your value in this world? Being happy. Creating. It's hard for people to wrap their minds around the true watered down definition of life. Because at the end of the day, all of those jobs, all of everything that you own, the possessions, all of the possessions that you own, none of that matters. What fulfills you? You transcend it and say, well, work, I took care of my bills, and yeah, I'm ready for heaven. Like, what? The program of the Matrix will make you feel like you have to explain your life's plan to make other people feel comfortable. And sometimes you gotta tell yourself that to make yourself feel comfortable because you're still in tune with the Matrix. It's the opinion of yourself that gets in the way too. Like, am I doing enough? Did I do enough today? Why can I reach to where I need to go? Like, that type of mindset that makes you lose your power that you have. Feeling like you're in a big world and you're so small. No, you're a big person in a small world. If we don't have the same same thinking and comprehension of how success works in the Matrix, then there's no way we can figure it out. What's the plan? Well, the things that you would do if money wasn't an issue, that's the key. Finance is not the highest form of compensation in life. Fulfillment is. Everything moving forward, moving the path of my most highest good.
Right,
even
that's
if
right.
I can't see it right now. Even if I
money isn't everything. You gotta know how to like use your money and be smart with your money. Money doesn't solve every issue. It can't. Like, money is not the answer for everything. It's not. And that's the truth. It's good to have money, but if you don't know how to use your money is going to go to waste.
I can't see why things are happening to me, why these situations are happening. I would be good because I choose to react in a good. I choose to continue to learn from life and not work against it, not trying to resist or stop the current flow of the river I'm in, just floating down the stream. Put yourself in this perspective that life is a good experience, and that's all to it. The Matrix makes things so complicated. I will wake up and I will vibrate on the wave of my desire. No resist wherever life takes me.
I remember my bro told me, he said life only becomes difficult, excuse me, if you make it difficult. That's something I always like keep in mind. Don't make life difficult for myself. He said life only becomes difficult when you make it difficult, and that's the truth, because some other things that we go through, we bring it on ourselves sometimes, and that's the truth.
I will accept it. If I keep living in a thought of resistance, of me thinking that I have all of these things to do and all of this big list and I can't possibly accomplish all of this stuff, and
you gotta learn how to just accomplish some of your goals.
Everything works out for me. Everything's gonna come to me, and everything I need and everything.
Sometimes you gotta learn to accomplish some of your goals at a time and then go on to like your other goals and stuff. You can't accomplish all your goals at once. So I just learned that you can't accomplish all of your goals not at one time. You gotta just accomplish some of your goals at one time and just move on.
I want and everything that I need to know and the experiences and maturity that I need to go through will happen for me, and I'm not going against it. If you stay in alignment, there will never be an ending of what flows through you. Sometimes things become stuck and unpleasant, but you have to keep telling yourself that you'll always find a way. And you have always found a way. We have always found a way. Our ancestors have always found a way. Well, how are you going to get a house? How are you going to get a car? All I have room for in my mind is moving forward, doing what I can, and everything else will align in divine timing. Stop focusing on the probability and the problems that could possibly happen. So to answer your question, what's the plan now? I don't want to work. I don't want to go to college. You're feeling that for a reason. Trust that feeling. Be in that feeling. Trust in your powers of your abilities, your powers of creation. You are a creator. Create the life that you want.
Right. College isn't for everybody. I'm not saying college isn't good, but college is not for everybody.
This perception of time, the universe doesn't work like that. If you want to get into your multi-dimensional form, if you want to start thinking like, oh, I'm just a soul experiencing this human life, you as a soul have power. You are a part of source. You are a part of God. You will figure it out. Everybody's plan, everybody's path is different. People have certain things that they can do and things that they can't do and things that they're good at and things that they have hookups on. Everybody's different. So anybody telling you, oh, this is how you get rich, this is how you make money, this is how you get successful, that is working for them. And they might want to share it and you might resonate with it. But you just gotta go with what you feel, do what you can, and continue to stay in that vibration of I'm doing what I can. Everything else will come. So my plan is to be in this river, float down the stream, and accept everything that comes into my life and handle it the best way I can. I have aspirations, I have dreams, I have things that I want to do. Of course, I'm attracting it. It's already here. It's coming to me. But for right now, I'm accepting the flow. I don't have no resistance to life. So, because I'm trying to connect to that energy of me not having no, the path may be foggy and I got these mountains that I'm looking at, but they went through the same thing. So I'm going to connect to that energy. I can do it.
I love this video. I got blessed by watching
and you can too. So stay.
This video was a good video. Stay tuned for my next video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.